Hello, this is Brian. Today is Wednesday, September 11, 2024, and I'm back in West Shepherd Canyon here in Tierrasanta. Much different hiking area than I was this morning when I was hiking near Rancho Bernardo and Rancho Penasquitos. Now today's more of a botanical mission. I'm trying to see if I can find a population of western goldenrod. Hopefully it's blooming now. So I'm gonna do this video, and if I come across that plant, I'll point it out on this video, but then there will also be likely a spotlight on plants video as well. So, this is West Shepherd Canyon again. Always a nice little spot. I'm not gonna do what I did the last time and go across Claremont Mesa Boulevard and go up the small ridge on the other side. I do have a few things to attend to when I get done. This is definitely a mission for me, a botanical mission. But yeah, much different weather than that day I was here. It was cool, overcast, and it was even misty, and it was in late April. Today, well, it's right now. It's just absolutely stunning out right now. We just ended a nasty heat wave, and we had marine layer overcast. So nature's air conditioner came back and hooked us up with some of that relief. And right now it's a little bit after 10, maybe about quarter after 10, I believe. Let me see. It's almost 10:30. And it's absolutely delightful out right now. Delightful weather right now. So yeah, here we are. This is going to be a very short hike, and probably a very short video. Oh yeah, I remember the sycamore tree from last time I was here. Very nice. There wasn't even some California fuchsia down there too, blooming. I'm not going to go too far off trail. There is poison oak around here. Those plants with the red blossoms, that's all California fuchsia right there. Nice little population down underneath this majestic old spreading Platanus racemosa. Yeah, so I'm back to this beautiful little canyon. Very short hike, very short walk. More of a walk than a hike. Nice red willow right here. Absolutely gorgeous day right now. Just in time for my days off. It could not have happened better than it is right now. Actually, tomorrow I think it's even supposed to be a few degrees cooler. I'm doing my hiking today. Couldn't wait to get out and do something. Get out here and get some fresh air. These majestic river red gums, Eucalyptus camadulensis. Majestic trees here. Very handsome trees. Quite a few sycamores and willows mixing in here too. There's a very large-leafed Brazilian pepper tree. This thing's got large leaves, larger than usual. Wow, Nately compound, of course. Larger than usual. It's very vigorous. Oh yeah. Before I get too far away. This is going to be an out and back, so I'm going to be going back the same way. Rhamnus crocea, spiny redberry. Still looking for the elusive cousin, the hairy redberry, the Rhamnus pilosa. That's what I'm still hoping to find. I think I got to go further inland for that one. Well, I must have missed this the first time I was here. Look at this scrub oak. I missed this the first time I was here. I don't remember this. It's got pretty decent sized leaves on it for a scrub oak. This has got to be Quercus acutidens. Wow, yeah, this is a pretty neat one. It's got some pretty decent sized leaves. Most of our scrub oaks got tiny leaves. Yeah, it even has some slight shallow lobation on them. Look at that. Some very shallow lobes on them. Yeah, this is definitely Quercus acutidens. Very handsome little guy. There's some arching toyons right here. Yeah, I missed that the first time I was here. Missed that. Completely missed it. Not this time. Yeah, what a gorgeous day to be out here. Did a short hike near Black Mountain. It's a Black Mountain Park. I hiked up a small hill and kind of looped around the hill for a while, and even did a couple of Trees of San Diego episodes over there. Yeah, I remember this from last time. Remember these beautiful Washingtonia robustas, beautiful Mexican fan palms. Yeah, these are majestic. I don't care if they're not native. They're just so cool. Never get tired of looking at these. I mean, yeah, I remember from last time. Big toyon. Look at the size of the branches and trunks of this toyon. I remember this from last time too. This looks like this goes towards a neighborhood. I might actually, on the way out, go up that way and see where that leads. Maybe for a little extra footage. Yeah, look at these majestic palms. Beautiful. Spectacular fan palms. Yeah, these are spectacular. I'm just going to go up this way for a minute or two, see where this leads. There's a majestic, huge river red gums. These things are big. These are probably like about 140 feet tall. These are huge trees. These are massive. Wow. Get a few pictures of these trees. These are majestically beautiful. Alright, so I wonder where this is. Yeah, look at this. Coast live oak here too. Pretty nice. Young tree. Wow, look at these majestic old Eucalyptus comodolensis. These things are majestic trees. No, wait a minute. This is a cladocalix. I'm tripping. Yeah, these are cladocalix. Dang, these things are massive. These are absolutely massive trees. Yeah, I thought these were comodolensis at first, but I really had to, when I kept looking at them, then I see the leaf litter on the ground. The leaves are a little more leathery, like Eucalyptus cladocalix. We do have comodolensis here for certain. Look at all these little walkways over here too. I'm going to explore this first. Paved walkways here. Gosh, I don't even know where these lead. Yeah, these are cladocalix. I thought these were comodolensis at first. Nope. Gosh, these things are massive trees too. These things are huge. Some of these are about 130, 140 feet tall. Not bad for San Diego. Wow. What a cool little urban canyon. Little suburban canyon. Wow. These trails fork off. I'm gonna double check. I think these are. Sometimes cladocalix and comodolensis look very similar. Definitely cladocalix. I see the seed capsules on the ground. Wow. These are majestic trees. These are huge trees. I can't believe I thought they were commodullensis. What the heck is this? Not sure what this is, to be honest with you. Interesting though. Wow. Boy, Tierrasanta would be a really cool place to live. If you love trees, you'll love living in this area. I have no idea what cul-de-sac this is. I wasn't planning on coming all the way up here. Ooh. Ooh. Eastern, I think this is an eastern redbud. I think this is Cercis canadensis. Pointy tip leaves. It's definitely not a western redbud. I think this is Cercis canadensis. I'll take a picture of it, or two. I can't believe I made the rookie mistake. Oh, Eucalyptus commodullensis. Now these are cladocalax. Very common trees here. Very common trees. Very nice area. Wow, these things are big trees. Very handsome trees. Let's see what else I find on this little sojourn. I guess I'll go up this way. I guess maybe I will hike a little bit more. Let's see what else I find. I'm going to take the right fork now. Okay, looks like we've got a feral population of Chinese flame tree. Colreteria bipinata. Yeah. Seen a lot more of these in the wild over the years. Let's see where this is going to lead. Yeah, these sugar gums are towering. These are huge. So one thing about this neighborhood, Tierrasanta, very beautiful neighborhood. There are just so many places to go, things to see. You just can't help be overwhelmed by how many cool little spots there are here. Little trail switchbacks. Boy, where'd it go? Glad I'm exploring a different part of this too. I want to just do the same stuff I did last time. Another cul-de-sac. Oh, look at that. Monterey pines in front. And a Canary Island pine behind. California natives in front. A non-native ornamental tree in the back. Here's another one of those famous Tierrasanta benches. Wow, what a cool neighborhood. Yeah, Tierrasanta. Didn't spend a lot of time here as a kid. I grew up in Claremont. You know, being a kid, you're kind of limited to where you can go. Wow. I think there's a grapevine over here. Or something. No, this is not a grapevine. Some type of Malvaceae plant. Apparently not native. Alright, Alright, so I'm gonna go take the other fork. Wow, Tierrasanta is pretty cool. This thing keeps forking off every time I turn around. I have no idea what street that is up there. I'm parked on Antigua. Parked on this little side street named Tortuga, I think, right off of Antigua, which you can get right off of Santo Road. Santo Road's usually my port of entry to get into this neighborhood. I'm gonna go take this higher one, and I'll take that lower one next. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed. This is a pretty cool looking neighborhood. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, Cook Island pine. Not a true pine, but it is a conifer. Araucaria columnaris. Pretty handsome one too. Not as crooked as not as lean, not leaning as much as normal. Okay. That's Antigua. I'm on Antigua Boulevard. Yeah, this is part of Antigua. I'm not sure what that side chute is there. You can see it from here. More coast live oaks. Acorns on them too. Let's see. Probably not that far from where I'm parked. So that's a Morrow going that way, and that's Antigua. I think I'm parked just down that way a little bit off of Tortuga. Okay, pretty cool little mini park over here. Oh, thank God I did not walk away. There's a very old, huge pepper tree over here. Scinis mole. Let me go over to it and go take a look at it. This is a huge old pepper tree. Look at the trunk on this ancient pepper tree. Scinis mole, Peruvian pepper tree. This thing is a giant. Look at the base and trunk on this ancient tree. I can't even get it all on my camera frame. I have to back up. This thing is massive. Wow. This is a monster old pepper tree. This is an awesome find right here. Upper Shepherd Canyon. What an incredibly beautiful old growth tree. This thing's had to have been here since at least the early 1800s. It's got a little height to it too. It's probably maybe about 40 feet tall, but it's got a little height for it. But it's the girth. It's the girth of this tree trunk that is absolutely phenomenal. This is insanity right here. I love this so much. Wow. Wow. What an awesome find here. Just above West Shepherd Canyon. Even for this, I wasn't even planning on doing these little extra side trips. I was just planning on going to the Western Goldenrods and just documenting my hike there and then maybe getting a spotlight video. But I'm glad I'm taking some side trips because this is, I'm just really happy that I came over here. This is an absolute monster pepper tree. These things are not known for really tall heights, but this one even has some height to it. This might even be taller than I think. Might be 45 to 50 feet tall maybe, but it's just the size of the trunk that really just blows my mind. This thing is an absolute gargantuan tree. What an excellent thing to have. And here's that Araucaria columnaris, the Cook Island pine, as we call it. It's in the genus Araucaria, so it's not a true pine, but it is a conifer, like a pine, but it's in another family, the Araucariaceae. Got a pretty decent sized specimen here too. I've seen them get much bigger than this though too. But this one's relatively straight. Usually these things are leaning. But there's that pepper tree. Whoa, now look at that huge, I think that's a deodar over there. I think that's a deodar cedar, I believe. Could be an Atlas cedar. I always have trouble telling those apart. That's a decent sized one too. But yeah, look at that. That pepper tree. What a massive, beautiful tree that is. Wow. I gotta get some pictures of this thing. Okay, so now I am going to go follow this little side chute here. So I'm going to make a very sharp left. That'll be my route getting back down, of course. I just want to see where this leads out of curiosity. Yeah, that old pepper tree right there really got me shook. That is an incredible find. Right in plain sight. And I almost missed it because I was looking around at other things. Sometimes I can be pretty oblivious. For somebody who really loves detail and stuff like that, sometimes I can be pretty oblivious every now and then. I just get overstimulated sometimes. Wow, I just love this mix of native and non-native stuff. It's just wonderful. Alright, so this is another cul-de-sac right here. Not sure which one this one is. It's another offshoot of Antigua. But yeah, we got some pretty nice Canary Island pines over here. Beautiful Canary Island pines. And there's this big yucca. Again, I'm not sure if this is Yucca gloriosa, Yucca elephantipes. It's one of those non-native yuccas. Here's another nice Canary Island pine right here. Nice, tall, narrow. Look at down that drainage down there. So luscious here. Non-natives and native trees. Sometimes though, I know I really love focusing on natives, but sometimes these neighborhood canyons have got such a crazy mix of non-native and native trees and plants. It kind of just makes it interesting to wander around here. Look at this. This is beautiful Canary Island pine right here. This is a kind of a younger, smaller tree, but it's beautiful form. Nice, upright, narrow crown. An absolute beautiful tree with a lot of new developing cones on it. Yeah. And just the views in this canyon are incredible. I gotta get a few pictures of this. Look at this young coast live oak. This little youngster right here is full of fat acorns. Of course, this is one of our native trees, Quercus agrifolia, variety agrifolia. This little guy is full of thick, scrumptious, luscious acorns. Wow, that is sick. I love it. That's a pretty young tree too. That's just a mixture of native and non-native that kind of makes these areas special. This coast live oak is completely loaded with acorns. And again, these acorns are fat, scrumptious. Catch the whiff of the eucalyptus in the air. It's another incredible smell. That's another thing about living in this area. If I could ever afford it, yeah, I would definitely love to live in this area. I don't have to go, I could barely step out my door and I'm in adventure wonderland. There are Canary Island pines from earlier. Yeah. Wow, what a cool spot. Yeah, this isn't out in the middle of the wilderness, but boy, it is lovely. It is a lovely local escape. I live on the other side of Mission Trails in Santee, so not that far from here. Just exploring around here. There's these huge trees. Wow. These little side chutes are definitely really cool to explore. I'm glad we do have natives mixed in here too. So it's just kind of like the natives and the non-natives seem to get along and grow together pretty well. This coast live oak's got acorns on it too. Some years these trees barely ever have any, but sometimes, mast years, these trees will be loaded. Some of these trees are, this one's got some. This one's got some acorns in it. A couple of those other ones were just completely loaded. I'm surprised their branches weren't drooping from the weight. It's another awesome pepper tree right there. Bunch of seed capsules falling off the eucalyptus cladicalix. Yeah, so those are cladicalix. But I think there should be comodulensis down here. I can just smell the eucalyptus in the air, and the fragrance is absolutely delectable. And here's another non-native random find. Looks like a peach tree or something, or peach or related. Could be nectarine or even could be almond, because they're very similar and closely related. But yeah, like a peach tree or something of the sort right here. Okay, okay. And across the way, a native Gooding's black willow. Yeah. Native and non-native treasures. Sometimes these little suburban canyons really always put me in a good place, put me in a good mood. Now we got chamois ash here too, Fraxinus udi, another non-native. We have 3, maybe 4 native species of ash. We'll talk about that momentarily on my next clip. Next little side trip up here. Bike lane closed ahead. Okay. Okay, let's see where this leads. Went up that way. Up to this little spot here. Okay. Here's the next cul-de-sac. Right at the top of this one. There's another eucalyptus. Eucalyptus polyanthemos, blue box. Oh, look at this. A young olive tree. This one I think was planted here. Cool. Ooh, and a Hollywood juniper. Juniperus chinensis kaizuka, also known as torullosa. Yeah, that's Eucalyptus polyanthemos. That's a pretty decent sized one. That's a pretty big tree right there. I think this is lily Nile or something. Nile lily. Pretty cool. Alright. Go ahead and start heading back down this way. Pretty neat. Head back down to the canyon bottom. Boy, I didn't realize there was such a huge paved trail system here. This is really awesome. I didn't realize there were all these little neighborhood trails. I know there were a few of these in Tierrasanta, but I didn't realize how many there were. Really pleasantly surprised by this. I knew there were several in the area, but I didn't realize the scope of how many there actually were. All right. Those palms right there, those are from the bottom of the canyon. So I'll meet you down the way for more updates. Another detail I missed. Here's a little tiny scrub oak. I'm not sure. The leaves of it are about the size of Quercus dumosa, but it doesn't have the waviness. This might still be a cutidens, but I'm not sure. But there's a little acorn right there on this little scrub oak. This one doesn't seem to have a lot. Sometimes scrub oaks will bear extremely heavy crops. I've seen one of these scrub oaks get really huge crops of acorns. This might still be a cutidens, but the leaves are tiny, like Dumosa, but they don't have that wavy texture. There's a different texture to the foliage of this scrub oak. This might be a cutidens. Could be Berbertifolia. It does have a few acorns, but it doesn't seem to have a lot on it. Beautiful though. I missed this on the way up. See? A lot of times I'll find stuff on the way down I missed on the way up. Alright, so we're nearing the ravine bottom. Okay, there's where the big Toyon is. A little bench. And this is back to the little single track that'll lead me towards Claremont Mesa Boulevard. The Claremont Mesa Boulevard area. That'll be my turnaround for this hike. But I'm glad I explored some of the upper portions of this canyon. Absolutely delectably beautiful. So let's see if I find those western goldenrods. If they're blooming, it's going to be an instant spotlight video. I think they usually bloom in late summer too, like regular ones. This is Eucalyptus cinerea again. I remember this guy from last time I was here. Another silver dollar gem. Yeah. What a small canyon. Boy, sometimes these little canyons pack the most wild punch. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I'm over by these western goldenrods. Yep, they're starting to. A lot of them are dying back already. But yeah, they're not in bloom yet, but they're starting to. So this is Euthamia occidentalis. This is western goldenrod. Used to be known as Solidago occidentalis, but it is starting to get flower buds. So today's not going to be a spotlight video like I was hoping. So I'm going to come back here in October. So yeah, this is Euthamia occidentalis, western goldenrod, and it's blue, and it's getting its buds, getting its inflorescence buds. A lot of this population looks like it's died back though. Kind of a little disconcerting. Because these things are normally known for flowering in late summer to early mid-fall. Usually from August to October, I believe. So I'll definitely be checking up on these again. That's why I came, that's the primary reason why I came back over here, was to hopefully get a spotlight video on these today. This will definitely be a spotlight video. This is the only place I've ever come across Euthamia occidentalis. But if I give it another few weeks to maybe a month, maybe mid-October, I'll come back. That's why I came back today, hoping to get a spotlight video on that. There's more of it over here too, right next to these California roses. Well, didn't happen like that, but you know what? Hey, that's why I came over here to check it out. I was expecting that probably already be in bloom, but it's all good. This gives me another excuse to come back to this awesome little canyon. I love coming over here, so it's not a problem. I would love to come back. I'll follow this little use trail over to this culvert here, like I did last time I was here. Probably go up that way to the road. That'll be my turnaround. Time for me to head back home, take care of an errand or two that I need to do, and then I'm going to be relaxing the rest of the day. So, I mean, not going to lie, I did pretty good today. I got a couple plant videos, a couple Trees of San Diego episodes over near Rancho Bernardo, and a hiking video over there, and a hiking video over here. So it's all good to me. Yep, hollyleaf cherry, Prunus ilicifolia, subspecies ilicifolia. Yeah, was it? I think it was Bernardo Center, or was it Carmel Valley Rose? One of those. there was a huge Catalina cherry. There's a huge Catalina cherry, which is the larger subspecies of the hollyleaf cherry. Kind of too close to the road. It was either on Black Mountain Road or Carmel Valley Road. I think it was on Black Mountain Road, near Carmel Valley Road, I think is where it was. Real thick, dense Catalina cherry. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and head up this way, head up to the road. That'll be my last point, and then I'll be turning back. Yeah. So I'll meet you up at my turnaround point. Just about at my turnaround point. Should be Claremont Mesa right here. Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Yeah, I went over by that intersection over there and went over on a small ridge. Not going to go there today because I kind of have a couple small things I got to do that are somewhat time sensitive. And what I mean by that is, normally I do this the night before, but after a long week of work, I was just too tired. But today's garbage day in my neighborhood. So usually I have the stuff out by Tuesday night before getting up to go on my hike. Tuesday night before I go to bed. So last night it was still hot and I was just way too tired. It just wasn't happening. So I got to kind of get back, because usually they come in the middle part of the afternoon on Wednesdays. So I do kind of need to get back and take care of that. But another lovely day in this awesome canyon. I definitely will be back to this one. This time, hopefully, catching those in bloom so I can get that spotlight video I've been wanting to get on that one for a very long time. Well, look how the workers here. Last time I was here, there were people working up there. I noticed a bunch of native plants planted over here, including a laurel sumac, coast golden bush, some other stuff. Lemonade berry and toyon, I think. A bunch of native plants, California sagebrush, all planted on that berm right there. So good on them. Very good, very good. All right, start working my way out. Get ready to get home, and I'm just enjoying the smell of these eucalyptus as I'm hiking out. Yeah. So yeah, I can't believe I mistook those cladocalix trees up on the upper portions of the canyon. I can't believe I'm mistaken those for Comodulensis. A rookie mistake on my part. Fremont cottonwood, though. No mistake in that. Populus fremonti, subspecies fremonti. There are a couple of them here. Here, a red-shouldered hawk calling up above the canyon. Just remind you, this may not be the wilderness per se, but there is some wild element to this. Yeah, so that's western goldenrod. Definitely got to get a spotlight on plants video on this, hopefully next month. Well, I'm going to keep heading my way back and catch you for some final updates. Alright, so back to the avenue of palms again. Sorry for the sun glare there. Alright, so these are all the paved trails that branch up. So yeah, I was assuming these were Eucalyptus cladocalix. I mean, boy, I'm off of it today. I was assuming these were Comodulensis because these ones are Comodulensis. But no, the slightly shinier, thicker foliage is characteristic of cladocalix. The Comodulensis has thinner foliage, but they do look like Comodulensis, their shape, until They get really large and they get real puffy sprays of foliage. These are comodylensis right here. These are very similar trees. Very similar trees. But I just assumed they were all comodylensis until I started noticing the texture of the foliage was telling a different story. And then I was thinking to myself, nope, these are Eucalyptus cladicalix. So the ones up by the neighborhood, those are Eucalyptus cladicalix. That's a comodylensis. These are comodylensis. The comodylensis tend to have a little bit more of a bluish green cast to them. So these are all comodylensis right here. All the wild ones here in the canyon that are growing, all the feral ones here are definitely comodylensis, mixed in with these sycamores and willows. And here's that scrub oak again, with the large leaves. I love these little suburban canyons. They're so fun to explore because you never know what kind of little surprises you're going to find when you come into them. I love all the fan palms growing in there too. There are a few more of them. It's like there's a bird or a bat house that got broken. It's a shame. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, these are comodylensis. These are definitely comodylensis. Bark's a little more mottled, usually. Very beautiful canyon this is. Glad I came back to this. And I'm glad I explored the other upper ravines of this canyon too. That just made it even more interesting. There's that beautiful old sycamore. It's an absolutely beautiful day out here. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. It'll get a little bit warmer later. Probably upper 70s over here where I live. Probably around 83 Santee over Mission Trails. But a lot better than it's been. All right. I'll see you near the end of this for one final update. I'm not going to bother filming on the streets. Alright, so this is going to be my last little clip update. I'm just about back at Santo Road, and I just got to walk a very short distance up to Antigua, walk up that a short distance, and bank on, I think it was Tortuga, I think is where I'm parked. Yeah, nice spot. And if you're in the area and you want to do more hiking, East Shepherd Canyon is just across the street. Hop across the street, there's a trailhead to East Shepherd Canyon, right at the corner of Antigua and Santo Road. Right over there. Right about there is where the trailhead for East Shepherd Canyon is, or one of the trailheads. So, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to head back home, take care of my business, and rest, kick back the rest of the day. It's been a long week of struggles at work, so I need some rest time. So that's going to basically do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on my next hike.